Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to This Week in Renewables, your bite-sized roundup of the renewable stories over the last 7 days across wind, solar and hydropower. I'm your host, Mr. Deji Ogunsola, the voice you can trust. Please don't forget to do all that good stuff, the liking and sharing, which usually appears somewhere below the screen there. It really does help with the visibility of the podcast. Today I'm going to start off with some solar energy news. Coming by way of America, and Black Veatch is to build a 270 megawatt farm in Texas. They have been chosen by Buckeye Partners to provide engineering, procurement and construction services for the project, which has been named the Parker Solar Farm in the US state of Texas. The Parker project, as it's been named, will be located on two adjacent sites near Waco in Force County. Construction, which will include more than 500,000, so 500,000 solar panels, is to be completed in early 2023. In a recent press release, Todd Russo, who is the Vice President for Strategy and Alternative Energy at Buckeye Executives, commented, "Our strategy is squarely focused on energy diversity and low carbon solutions. We are excited to partner with Black Veatch to advance this critical solar project and continue to develop this partnership." So again, congratulations to those at Black Veatch and Buckeye Partners. It'll be interesting to see how this particular project progresses. Some more news from the solar sector, and NextEnergy, which is a UK solar power developer. They have signed a corporate power purchase agreement with law firm DLA Piper. Most interestingly, making this the first transaction of its kind in the legal sector. DLA Piper will be the first global law firm to benefit from a corporate PPA, which will be powered by a 13 megawatt solar asset to be built and operated in Somerset, England, by NextEnergy Group. Once the plant is energized, the renewable power will be supplied directly to the national grid and so connect virtually to DLA Piper, powering 15 European and UK offices that are taking part in this particular project. It was commented by the NextEnergy Capital UK Managing Director Ross Greer that the corporate PPA market continues to strengthen. Corporate PPAs will form an integral, important component of the way companies seek to decarbonise over the next decade. And it's a pleasure to be at the forefront of this with DLA Piper in the legal sector. So again, congratulations to everyone for those in that agreement, which is the first of its kind. So a huge milestone. More news coming from the solar sector, this time by way of France, and the French JV to develop 200 megawatt PV plant. This is going to be formed by the energy producer Photosol, who are in a joint platform with developer Adis Energies to co-develop a solar project portfolio with capacity of more than 200 megawatts. This is going to be taking place in the Nouvelle Aquitaine and the Octane regions. I do hope I pronounced those correct. The JV will allow both companies to pool their expertise to develop the portfolio, the first projects of which should be commissioned in 2024. Adis Energies, to be precise, will be responsible for the development of the projects, including obtaining the administrative authorizations necessary for the construction and operations of the power plant, while Photosol will look after the project's technical and financial optimization and connection. Founded in 2008, Photosol specializes in large photovoltaic installations, either on the ground or in a shade house of more than 3 HA. A leading player in the French energy sector, they employ 100 plus specialists and have one of the largest portfolios in France. So really interesting to see how this agreement works out and how these particular projects progress. Moving on from the solar sector to the wind energy news, and the Iberdrola Brazilian company NextEnergy has successfully started operation of the Cheverus wind farm complex in the Serra da Paraíba in Brazil. The company, or the project itself, currently has 135 active turbines, and when are all in operation will have the installed power of approximately 470 megawatts. Construction of this particular project comprised of 15 wind farms, which has created economic, social and environmental benefits to the municipality of Santa Luzia and its surroundings. Most interestingly about this particular project as well is that over 1,400 jobs were created at the height of construction, of which 40% were actually local labour. So that's really good news as well. The complex has 61% of its energy allocated to the regulated market and a further 39% to the fee contracting environment. The managing director of NextEnergy, Mr. William Rodney, recently commented that the Cheverus is one of our strategic projects to expand the generation of clean energy in line with the sustainable development goals of which we are committed to. So again, congratulations to Iberdrola and everyone involved in that particular project in Brazil. Some more news from the wind sector, and Vattenfall. They have successfully completed its largest onshore wind project, as announced recently last week. They installed the last of the 84 turbines, which are now in place on the 353 megawatt project, which is the Black Veatch project in northern Sweden. I do hope I've pronounced that correctly to those in my Swedish network. Construction of this particular project has been underway for the last 4 years. The last turbines will soon be connected to the grid, and after a trial period, the farm will go into commercial operation later this year. So this is really, really good news, given that in the northern part of Sweden, the transformation and the electrification of the industry and mining is underway. A lot more electricity will be needed, and Sweden's electricity consumption is expected to double by 2045. So yeah, more of these projects are going to be in the pipeline for sure. Some final news coming from the renewable sector on the wind side, and this time coming from Poland. And European Energy has secured more than 50 million euros in financing on 5 Polish wind farms. The farms will have a total capacity of 44.7 megawatts, and construction of the parks will be started at the beginning of this year. European Energy Executive Vice President, Mr. Jens-Peter Zink, has recently commented that we are satisfied to have reached another milestone in Poland with the financial closing of our first project in 5 wind farms. European Energy opened an office in Warsaw in 2021 and has more than 2 gigawatts of development pipeline in Poland, including both solar and wind. So it's not surprising that this won't be the last of projects. Poland itself has aimed to have 32% of its national electricity consumption to come from renewable sources by 2030. So again, this will be the first of many projects in the region. That is all for this week, Renewables This Week. Short and sweet one. Thank you for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, comment and share. Have a wonderful week. I've been your host, Mr. Deji Ogunsola. As usual, keep it green, keep it clean. Thank you very much. Goodbye.